Hi everybody, talk and drive, been a while, so let's return with the most insane car we'll do. Ultima GTR, which is sort of a British kid car, which it isn't. Actually, it's quite an international car. It's got an American engine, German the gearbox, and then the Brits put it all together. Old school H pattern gearbox, 720 horsepower, lots of torque from that American V8, and it revs quite nicely up to over 7,000. At Interlagos, because you don't really want to drive this sideways on a go-kart track. Hey, wait a second. You might. I might do that later. It actually works, it's fun, a bit difficult, somehow. Don't know why. Driving a 700 horsepower car on a go-kart track would be difficult. Anyway, Interlagos it is for now. Everything is work in progress, sounds, graphics. I'm happy with the physics. I'm not sure if everybody is, but here we are, warming it up, being a bit of a chicken. This car benefits the most from our possibly somewhat controversial change in the throttle mapping. Oh dear lord. And that was almost 300 kilometers an hour. Now 300 isn't, you do that in a lot of racing cars, but then they have race car tires, race car aero. This has very good but still street tires, street legal. And it's got some downforce, but nowhere near the levels of a single seater. Ah, faster! So you better brake early. The brake zones are quite long. The brakes are super, and you get some aero drag assist, so even at high speed you can even do 1.7 G braking, which is for a road legal car, it's insane. But when you have 250 kilometers of speed to get rid of, it still takes a while. It's got a 5-speed box from a Porsche, but in fact it's got a 3-speed because the first 2 gears are pointless. There is so much torque that 3rd gear is the brilliant sort of corner exit gear. But as I was saying, this car benefits the most from our throttle torque map improvements, because a lot of the time in 3rd gear you are at quite low revs, and the initial throttle there at low revs does more without sending you spinning into the red line. So feeding the throttle in this car is easier than it would have been with the old system. And this car highlights an entirely new problem, that the start-finish on some of the tracks is too close to the first corner, so you're already braking simply to stay alive before you cross the start-finish. So here's a tip: if you're doing a qualifying run, just go over start-finish flat out, and then you'll die at turn 1 because you won't make it, but at least you'll would have gained a tenth or so. It's only just here a problem. It's not really a problem, it's at start-finish you brake basically, if you've got some good control. And using the H pattern and heel and sewing, that just makes braking a lot harder. If you would just use left foot braking, it would be wimpy and easy, you can modulate the brakes perfectly, but having to blip on the downshifts makes it more of a tricky thing. See, and it doesn't sound like you're going that quickly in 3rd gear, and before you know it you just go super fast. So 4th gear, there's a lot of patience required here. This isn't flat out. In most cars it is. I don't dare this. Bit bumpy. Alright, there we go. Over 300. Still braking, still braking, still braking, still braking, still braking. Smooth, slow inputs. Short shift. Patience. Feeding the throttle in. Braking. 1 gear, 2 gear. Oh, still braking, still braking, still braking, still braking. Feeding the throttle in. Short shift there. Not full throttle. Braking hard. Not too much power here. Or that easily happens. The torque is just immense. I'm gonna create some extra noise for myself. It might up the volume of the recording a little as well. So I think it's all warmed up now, except the driver. And third gear. And it beautifully... See, that was full throttle. Now it didn't send me 45 degrees sideways, but heck, that would be some scary shit in real life. 300. Hard on the brakes. Oh, locked up. Still braking, still braking, still braking, still braking. Bit of throttle, bit of curve. You can take that here. Short shifts. Patience, patience, throttle. Really, you see how slow I'm turning into the corners as I slowly come off the brake. It seems the quicker the car is, the slower you have to be with your inputs. Some skid marks from previous mistakes there. Third gear here, never use second. And with the new throttle code I really start at 20% here, feed it in. But it was just a micro slide, you know, it didn't get out of hand. Same here. Short shifts, patience, patience. It's a strange experience having to be so slow and careful in a car that is so insanely quick. Patience, and there we go. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah. More skid marks there. If you ever need a guy to show off your skid mark graphics, I'm the perfect candidate for leaving some. So this is road legal. Then a little bit of throttle. Total control there. Again with the throttle map, the revs don't go into the red line. Just give it a little boot. Oh, a little. Not too little. But anyway, I was going to set some lap times instead of showing off. Here we go. The bravery machinery required for this left bit is quite insane. Still braking, still braking, still braking, gradually coming off, so you get no washout or oversteer. Slowly turning in, shifting. You sort of feel the rear being steered by the throttle. Because the brake zones are so long, my foot is getting a bit grumpy with me. The speeds this thing does. Oh, I forgot to brake. Almost. It's too easy on the brake there. See if I can do a 36, which should be possible. This will just be a lap of drive, no talking. Wish. Until I have to come up with an excuse for the poor... okay, fine, no worries, no worries. Patience. It's not one of my strong points. I came off the brakes too hard, too suddenly. Can make the back end slide a bit. Oh, that's good, that's good. Oh, the 35s. Trail braking or luck. Patience, patience. It gets a bit squirmy if you ride on the braking limit. Brakes are immense, but so much speed to get rid of. So much throttle to control. Help it. It is somewhat planted here, given the bumpiness, but you're doing 250, kilometers. And hard on the brakes, hard on the brakes, hard on the brakes, hard on the brakes. This could not have been worse. Oh. Now I know from some recent F1 race you cannot go there and rejoin the track. Upshift, mid-power slide, who cares? Now I'm gonna burn some more fuel in the rubber. And brake pad. It's a little scary in fourth gear to start power sliding, unless you're at really low speed like this. This is not too bad, he says. Stops. So here I wouldn't attempt it. That's leaving some expensive tire marks. Meanwhile, I'm overheating and overpressuring the rear tires, so things won't get any better. With that in mind, let's see. Oh, I'm going fairly quickly. Upshift, yes! Oh, held it. So far. Oh, gonna die. Was nice knowing. Okay. You see, that's why we don't do it in fourth gear. It's messy and you're lucky to come out alive. But third gear is a joy. And fourth gear, well, with a bit more practice I'll manage that as well. Boot. Wait. Oh, that's, yeah, it is mid-engine, so once it comes around, you better be full of brave pills and coffee, basically, is what you need to be. Just a little throttle there, because we're at low revs and there's plenty of torque. So, plenty of worn rear tires. Oh, going fast, going fast. So this modulation of the throttle, still not full throttle, is well, admittedly some people, well, including us, still have to learn how to do this, how to model it properly. But the benefits are so huge, but it does take a completely different approach to your throttle. Anyway, I wanted to show you off this work in progress Ultima GTR.